Welcome to Deuteronomy chapter 17. This chapter is an absolute masterclass in organizational justice and executive restraint. It shows us exactly how to handle rumors, escalate complex problems, and keep top-level leaders from becoming tyrants. Moses immediately commands that they must never sacrifice sick or defective cattle to the Lord. Offering your damaged, leftover resources or exhausted energy to your core mission isn't an act of generosity. It is a profound insult to the foundation that sustains you. You must offer your absolute best. If a rumor of idolatry surfaces, it must be investigated thoroughly. A person can only be executed on the firm testimony of multiple witnesses. Never terminate a career based on a single, uncorroborated rumor. A just system requires an exhaustive, objective investigation to completely prevent weaponized, bad faith accusations. If a person is found guilty, the witnesses who testified against them must be the ones to throw the very first stones. Accusers must bear the psychological weight of their claims. If you bring the accusation that terminates a colleague, you must have the integrity to publicly stand on the front line of that decision. When a legal case is too hard for local courts to decide, they must escalate it to the designated judge at the central hub. Every organization needs a clear escalation protocol. When local leaders face an impossibly complex dispute, they must immediately pass it up to a centralized, objective authority rather than guessing. The central verdict is final and must not be modified. Anyone arrogant enough to reject the ruling must be put to death. Once the highest authority makes a final ruling, the debate officially ends. Arrogant, ongoing defiance of a supreme operational ruling undermines the entire system and cannot be tolerated. Anticipating they will eventually want a king like the surrounding nations, Moses commands that the king must be a fellow Israelite, never a foreigner. When scaling up executive leadership to match market competitors, do not just import an outsider who doesn't understand your culture. Promote someone whose DNA is fully aligned with your core values. The king is strictly forbidden from hoarding horses, taking many wives, or accumulating massive personal wealth. Executive failure is rarely due to a lack of talent. It is almost always caused by an unchecked appetite for massive personal wealth, status symbols, and toxic alliances that distract from the primary mission. Finally, the king must personally copy the laws onto a scroll and read it every single day, so he doesn't act as if he is above his fellow citizens. The highest leader must remain tethered to the rulebook. Daily, disciplined engagement with the core mission keeps an executive humble and deeply connected to the team. Deuteronomy 17 proves that no leader is above the law. This leaves us with two important questions to chew on today. First, are you bringing defective, leftover energy to your team, or are you bringing your absolute best? And second, if you are in leadership, do you review your organization's foundational manual daily to keep yourself from acting like you are above your peers? Take a moment, breathe, and let them sink in.